Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome y'all and thank y'all for coming out first and foremost to the Love Ties podcast, probably titled, Patiently Waiting. And this is an amazing experience for all of us to be able to discuss some cool topics. Being that it's all about relationships, we're delving into the start of relationships. But the cool thing about it is we're actually using not only this podcast to talk about these relationships, but to debut the first visual off of the album, Patient Waiting. Now I'm kind of thinking that what's going to happen is each one of these podcasts is going to have a different video attached to it from said album. Now, as each one of these videos come out, they'll each have different topics. When we come together to discuss these different topics, they'll each have a different theme based on it. So, what I want to do today, right now, before we even get started, I would like for y'all to put your hands together for our host, the dopest of the dope, my classmate, class of 93. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Miss Kelly Clemens.
Yeah.
Howdy, 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 ladies and gents, and these beautiful couples. I love to see black love. This is making my heart swell, like seriously. I'm not gonna be too clinical, but as the moderator, you guys gonna have to be able to participate and talk too, because this is a podcast. The podcast is about talking too. So there will be some Q&As. And first I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna ask each couple your name and how long you guys have been together and the status. If you are boyfriend and girlfriend, are you married, are you engaged, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna start with y'all. What's happening with y'all?
This is a lifelong situation. This is a never-ending story. You know what I'm saying? But
712 to infinity.
you know what I'm saying? That's real talk. So we got married, 7/12. It's just been an amazing experience. We are married. Like, this ain't just for show. We are married. Married. Yeah, go through all the struggles, all the stuff that, this is real life. Like, so what we talk about on the album is actually, it's real.
How long we been married, honey?
This is 8 years in.
Yeah. 8 years.
Yeah,
8 years of infinity.
Yeah,
infinity.
Yeah, when you flip it,
yes,
that's exactly.
Yes.
You
flip
it. 8 years married, 10 years together.
When you flip it.
Flip it up, rub it down.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
Thank you.
We ain't using body bags.
I'm going to come around this way, okay? We're going to start here with this jittery gentleman right here. Hello, sir. What's your name?
My name is Marlon Martin.
Can you pronounce your last name again for me? I didn't catch that.
Martin. And this is Sharon Martin. We have been together for 12 years, and it'll be 8 years married this week coming up.
Oh,
congratulations. Yes. Anniversary.
On the 12th with an F.
With an F.
A 12th?
Y'all 12th too?
Yeah.
They?
Wow.
Yeah.
12.
Wow.
Okay. Would
Yeah.
you like to
12.
add something, Mrs. Martin?
Yes,
This
hello, my
12.
name is Sharon Martin.
Wow.
I was listening. The jittery one got a jump in him. The jittery one got some jump in him. I guess he used to be a part of the jump off.
Oh,
That
is true. That is 100% true.
Look at all this. Full circle.
Yes.
Full circle. And next, I'm going to make sure I don't get in her way because I don't want him saying nothing to me either.
But the jump off wasn't a pocket.
Who's doing the majority of speaking
was
for
a
this
part.
lovely couple here?
Was a show with a company.
It would be you. Tell me your name and how long you've been together.
He is the head of the household, okay?
All right.
So they all went.
This is Marcellus. Oh, I'll let him say it.
Yeah, Marcellus.
I'm Valerie. Yeah, Marcellus and Valerie Bird. We've been together 25 years, been married 20.
Yes.
Say that.
Black love goes here.
Time out.
The realest in the room right now.
Uh-oh.
Is this thing on?
Uh-oh. Go ahead and correct it.
Let me watch out for flying out.
It's all the same process.
22.
Am I on?
As far as learning, you are.
COVID did it. COVID.
Mark said.
COVID took a whole year away from us. That's what 27 total.
Wow.
Man.
We blame it on COVID. I was about to say,
Man.
let me skedaddle on down here.
That is fantastic.
And who's doing the speaking for this lovely couple here? Okay.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna come around here. I want to block this beautiful lady.
Yes, I'm Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Tiara.
Sorry, jumping in. We've been together for 10 years, married for 2.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
Marriage date? Oh,
Uh-oh.
y'all trying to beat them to the mark. July 31st. July 31st, 2021. Look at that love. Look at that love.
Yes.
Yeah. I was the best man in that wedding. I wanted to point that out. I just wanted to point that out.
Aw, I'm a squeech right here. Y'all have
just
that word
saying,
before
man.
squeech?
Squeech.
I mean, that's like
I'm a
squeeze in
squeech.
between and squinch. Okay? Hello, who would like to be the spokesperson of this relationship?
I felt like you handed it to me. I felt like you handed it to me. This is,
Do not put a microphone in
Davey
his
and
hand.
Jay. Davey and Jay. And we started this journey officially December 31st, 2021. So we just got out of the year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we've been cool for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Friends cool. You know, you got something you want to say?
Yes, and I'm waiting to be able to sit next to you all and say we've been together for or married for 10 plus years. So
Oh.
That commitment thrown in the air. Say, I'm dedicated to you, Daddy.
That.
Shout out to patiently waiting.
I know that's right.
Shout out to patiently waiting.
Yes.
Patiently wait. Look how this is all just coming full circle from the dates.
Patiently waiting.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Over here, we have a lovely couple. Who would like to be the spokesperson of this relationship? I'll pass the mic.
Yes, I go by the name of Carlin Kyle Warren, known to some as Carlin Arrogant Warren. I've been married to this lovely lady right here 8 years. This summer we'll be going on 9 years. We have 12 years in general, and I feel inclined to say we are directly connected to the LoveTies because they make music and albums on the poetry side. We make music and albums on the hip hop and R&B side.
Yeah.
And I don't mind embarrassing them. The Martins were our roommates at one point in time, but that's a whole nother time and conversation altogether. But just happy to be here. We have to figure out things. They coming up on their 10 years soon. We coming up on our 10 year. I know we all gonna do some big things, but the one thing I will say about it in general, and I was just telling my brother right here, your husband, that marriage is just a learning experience all the way around. Like I have not stopped learning things about this woman. You know what I'm saying? And I got good marriage counselors in the room. The Smiths are marriage counselors. The Martins are marriage counselors. I'm good. So happy to be here.
Awesome.
So you're just not gonna say nothing, huh?
No, I'm just gonna say you didn't introduce me and say
I was going to. So this is my lovely wife,
Like, what is my name?
Marquita Warren, or Marquita Kit Warren. The other half of the Warrens, you know, music, all that. They're on our album, you know. So
All right.
and correction.
I'm sorry.
You better put some spec on it.
Professionally,
You better practice
Dr.
that
Marquita
name.
Warren, professionally.
And I'll pass it because that's it. Mic drop.
What about you?
So I'm curious. I'm curious. What about you two? Can you introduce yourselves?
Uh-oh.
I'm the diamond ring.
All right, so I'm Reggie Clemens. Obviously, this is the host, Kelly Clemens. We've been together for going on 7 years, married for 5.
All right.
Oh, you did good, Daddy.
You're learning. You're learning.
Good job.
Simple and short. Okay, that's all I like is my words to be simple and short. Okay. So, you guys, I just want to say, not only is it Black love in here with Black relationships, man and woman, but to have female relationships that's loving, male relationships that are loving. And when I was first told of this idea and what was this project that was going on, I was like, oh, that's great. Even if I just sit in and watch it, I want to be a part of something great dealing with Black love, because we see so much negativity and pitting one against the other all the time. So to be a part of something that is going to unify us and make us, express ourselves in loving ways and reaffirm our commitments to each other is something dope that I always want to be a part of. So thank you for thinking of me, even though I was like, it's gonna be for me. We got to do this, right? But I just want to have one question first to throw out here, because most of you guys are married, and I want to know from each, and I'm gonna come through. I just want to ask you guys first, because it'd just be easier for you to talk and me to start walking around. Okay. How important is it for you to have your friends, or you guys having married couple friends in your relationships?
Extremely.
Yeah, she hit it on the head. I mean, there is, you can't put a true cap on what it means to have people in the same boat with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times what ends up happening when you have friends who don't understand the struggle in which you're going through, like all of us, we all in the same boat. We paddle in the same way. And sometimes you have friends who are paddling the opposite way, and that make your journey a little bit harder, because you got to stroke faster and more. Like, it just changes your direction. So to have people, and it is not bad to have friends that are not in your same boat, but at the same time to have people who actually rock with you and understand what you're going through, to be able to talk to be able to bounce ideas off of, it is invaluable.
I think the beauty of it too is that we genuinely have friends that will hold us accountable. Like,
exactly.
we go to them and they will say, no, you were wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
It's not that, oh, I'm just gonna ride with you because girl, we in this, we girls, so so that's what really, it means a lot, and you learn a lot from that. So it's extremely important.
Say that again. Accountability.
Accountability.
Can we all say it in a row? Accountability.
Accountability. I don't know how to stand over here. I don't want to get in trouble, but I'm gonna go to the CEO first, because she got less of a bite than Mr. Martin. Same question.
I think it's necessary to have like-minded people around you. We're all married, we're all in a relationship, and it's just an undeniable just connection that we have just immediately with each other. There's no, at least among this group of couples that I know, there's no envy. We just, like Jamil said, Dom said, we hold each other down.
Right.
We are there for each other, and we just, kind of keep each other in check.
We need to tell the government that a little bit more, because they started that, but I don't think they're finishing it. Same question. How valuable is it to have married couples as friends in your relationship?
It's very important. Other married couples understand what you're going through. Single friends, matter as well, but they don't understand the struggle. Sometimes you got to go. Sometimes you can't come out. Sometimes only one person can come. You got to split up. So that's a huge thing. So it's very important. And with us we've been back to Cleveland for about 6 years. My years are all off, y'all. But we've been back over 6 years, going on 7. So this is something that's very much needed. So yeah, it's important.
Did you want to add to that?
For me, I really don't have any married friends other than Jamil. So whenever I have a problem or I have a situation with the wife, I just call him up. Hey man, such and such happening. He put me in my place every time.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. And that's all I can say.
If I'm wrong, I mean, I'm not always wrong.
Happy wife, happy life.
Same question, and I know you guys aren't married yet. But you are in a serious relationship
Go,
and you
Jack.
would consider each other your significant other. So how valuable is it for you guys to be with people who are like-minded in long-term relationships?
So the people that I've known in relationships, they were toxic. So it was really hard to go to them and say, hey, this is my relationship, this is what I'm going through, because what are they going to do? They're going to spill in toxic into you.
Yes.
So it's really hard to go through something and you don't have anyone to speak with. But being with Dave and the people that he keep around him, it is so easy to talk to them, and it's so easy to say, hey, this is what I'm going through, and have you experienced it? I've had my moments with Dom, and she pretty much really like say, hey, this is what it is, and to see that that's what is out here, people is really rooting for you. That's amazing, and I didn't see that, and I don't think a lot of people know that there are really happy, genuine, happy married couples out here.
Right.
Great answer. Thank you for your honesty.
I was going to say the same principle applies, period. Like, you talk about the people around you or your circle. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future or your life. So when you just put that extra layer of marriage on it, it all goes hand in hand. You want to be around people that have similar goals, similar achievements that everybody's going for. And I think a lot of times we won't admit it to each other, especially guys. Sometimes guys are prideful, but seeing you hang in there makes that person hang in there when it may be a moment where they get weak and be like, man, I'm about to, but it's like, man, arrogant hanging there. I can't quit before arrogant. Like, guys, we turn into a competition, so, but it's healthy competition because it's always so much easier to quit because that's the practice we practice in boyfriend and girlfriend state.
Right.
Yeah, and once it goes into marriage, it's like you can't just sub out the game. Like, nah, Jack, so I think, having it is definitely important.
Same question for you guys, and you can just pass it. I'm gonna go sit right next to my husband. Make sure I know what he about to say.
So I think the beauty of having so many marital friends is that everybody's journey is different. So like the lessons that you learn from each of your marriages, you can pour into other people. And so that really lends itself to perspective. Like sometimes when you have a married friend, you can go to them and just get a fresh perspective about something that maybe you just didn't think of before. So your experiences just help you to become stronger as a wife or as a husband. It just helps you to build yourself and build one another up.
Dr. Warren.
So I'm not even going to try to follow that, but what I'm going to say is I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what she said. It's all about perspective. So we were very, very blessed to have LoveTies. The Smiths were dating when we were dating.
Exactly.
The Martins were dating when we were dating. So from a perspective standpoint, there are conversations that me, Jamil, and Martin have had that y'all don't need to know about. I know for a fact there are conversations that Dominique, Miss Marquita Kit Warren, and Sharon Denise have had that I don't have, Doctor, that I don't have no business knowing about. But it's like the old saying goes, iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely.
So I've been blessed to have a community that we all dated at the same time. We all got married at the same time, close to. And there's a funny story with that because Marlon got married before me and my wife, and then LoveTies got married before me and my wife, and we had been dating. That's a whole thing about us dating the longest. But you could have fried an egg on her head, but before I proposed to her. But I say that to say, in retrospect, looking back, I'm blessed to have people around that give us perspective. I can call Jamil. I can call Marlon. Sometimes now that we are out living by our friends over here, sometimes they talking. I need to call you over because I just go upstairs like, all right, they doing their thing. I'm going to go upstairs and chill, let them do their thing. But it helps the marriages get stronger. Yes. And here, Dave, come on in, man. But y'all can put that on camera. Come on in, Dave. But anyway, and even my man Reggie. You know, once Reggie came over and started recording his album, there's some things that I ain't gonna share with you, but that we talked about in a good way. Like, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I'm like, hey, this is what it is. You got to navigate this way. So it's all about the community and perspective. So I just feel blessed to have a community with love and perspective that we can counsel each other. We don't need to go to marriage counselors. Here's the counselors right here. So.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to grab the phone. Nah, but yeah, okay. Anyhow,
say the wrong thing. You ain't getting in the car.
I'll get home. But no, all jokes aside, you know, it's good to have brothers that you know, are on a similar path as you, and you know, especially like right now, I'm thinking about a moment where we was at the last event you guys had downtown, and you know, you pulled me to the side. You know, you gave me we dapped up. You know, you gave me a hug, and you were just saying it's a good thing that you guys are still together, and you know that you was praying for us. You know what I mean, to stay together because it's just challenging right now for black marriages. You know, and like you know, Eric had said previously, you know, we done chopped it up. You know, on the marriage side and things of that sort, and you know, it's great, you know, when you have, you know, brothers that are, you know, doing the same thing that you're doing and just trying to keep you encouraged, you know, keep you motivated and on the right path, you know what I'm saying? Because you may have some single friends or just, you know, people that you say that are your friends, but they'll try to have you on some trash, you know what I'm saying? But your married friends will, you know, reestablish your focus. You know what I'm saying? And
keep you on track.
You know, keep you on the right path because they want good things for you. And they may have been through some things, you know, they may have been through some things that you'd have went through previously. You know, they can give you that that information that can help you navigate that same challenge. So it's crucial, you know, to have, you know, friends that are, you know, that are also married. You know what I mean? So it's a beautiful thing.
And you guys kind of summed up everything that I feel, and I'm not going to go into it too much because as a psychotherapist, I will go into a whole dissertation on that. Y'all would call me Dr. K. Yes. So, and for time's sake, because I'm looking at the time, I know that things are limited, and I do have questions. So this next question I'm gonna have, all you have to do is raise your hand for it. And since this video, and we look back, some of this will be kind of funny.
We like to laugh.
We like to party.
That too.
Okay. So, all couples, by a show of hands, who was interested first?
Don't you even try.
Put your hand up, man.
I know y'all's.
All right, man. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Somebody put the Mac can down over here. I ain't gonna say that.
I mean, I'm just saying. I know what happened over here.
Debatable.
Somebody put the Mac hand down over there.
He played me.
You looking at the diamond ring wearing.
Who apologizes first when there's an argument or a disagreement?
I don't know.
That's both of us.
I think that's us.
Yeah.
I think that's us. I think that's us. Yeah, I think that's us. That's an us question.
That's both of us.
Who's the most
You
romantic
apologize first?
out of you guys? Who's the most romantic?
Hands down.
Most romantic?
I'll let you get the first two, bro. Put your hand down. No.
You want to run that? You want to run that back? You don't think so? Should
I think I'm pretty romantic.
I'm not saying,
Maybe I should have just been a moderator.
You're not.
Keep my
I'm just saying
face straight.
I am.
Okay?
I'm a little bit more. I edged that a little bit.
All right, I get
Maybe.
it.
Romantic stuff this week. Last night.
You did.
See?
You did.
That's recent.
Okay, so since I'm gonna double back on that. What was the most romantic thing that has occurred in your relationship? Either y'all can say which one y'all did, because I don't want the fight to go on.
For us?
What was the most romantic thing that has occurred in your relationship?
I mean,
who's
a lot of
gonna
us.
take advantage
I
of
think a lot of us was there. I think the proposal alone might have been the most romantic thing, hands down, to happen.
I feel slightly responsible for that.
Yeah, I
You
think,
agree?
you know what I'm saying?
I agree with
The
that.
proposal was like, it was.
Yeah.
Actually,
It was
you
up
can
there.
say double because the proposal and the announcement of the baby.
Oh, yeah, the
man,
announcement
high
of the
five.
baby.
High five.
Yeah,
That
the
was-
announcement of the
man.
baby. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We I don't know. That's
Well, they love ties. They love ties for a
tough
reason.
one. That's a tough one because the baby announcement was
Yeah, the
pretty-
baby announcement was really, really,
That was
special.
pretty dope.
Yes.
Man, you got me.
I got you.
You got me.
Careful, moderator.
Because I already know this is romance.
Oh yeah, yeah. Marlon be on.
All right, so when I'm not being a cornball, sometimes I try to listen to her and find out what she likes and what she don't like, and what she likes, I try to make it happen, right? So one time I heard in a conversation a long time ago that one of her bucket list items was Paris, and so
Say that.
I had or I forgot what occasion it was, but I surprised her with a trip to Paris, and then but COVID hit, and so we actually couldn't go to Paris. So what I did was I made some calls and was helping some friends in here actually as well. I rented out a restaurant for just us two, and had a personal chef there, and we had the whole place decorated like Paris.
Who was your chauffeurs?
It was oh yeah. You got me together there. And so the Warrens was our chauffeur's home.
Yeah.
And some of our BFFs were our other BFFs were another couple. They were our chauffeur to the spot. So we had
Very nice.
yeah, we had the chef, the personal chef waiting there, and we did really. It was a really. I think that might have been one of my most romantic
Very creative.
gestures. Appreciate it.
Shout out to romance.
You gotta stack them up, man. You gotta stack them up.
This is a learning experience.
All right, Mark.
No,
Fact check.
I'm trying to. I think we were debating. I think it's the planning of the honeymoon kept it a secret. Even it was the cruise to the Caribbeans.
Oh, nice.
Although she wanted to sleep the whole time, but
Oh.
no, I think
That's when y'all first got there.
yeah.
If I can. One of the things that I appreciate about Mark is that he takes care of things like 1,000%. He took care of the honeymoon, excursions. I had no idea, even the day we got married, I didn't know where we were going.
Wow.
And he took care of everything. And once I got there, I was like so amazed and satisfied with everything. And that's how my life has been with Mark. He takes care of things financially. He takes care of our family. And I'm very grateful for that.
Oh.
See how I need a tissue.
I am the most non-romantic person. Thank you for your honesty.
This my proposal was like, it wasn't like the true romantic thing, but it was so amazing to me.
It was dope.
And she didn't guess this was happening in a million years. New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I said we're gonna have a game night. Man, we had everybody there. She having a ball. She just having a ball. She thinks this is the game night of game nights. I done involve everybody in the family, everybody there. And once that ball dropped, I was on my knees. And it was waiting for a long time. It should have happened earlier, but it happened that day.
Yeah.
It's supposed to happen. And
Yeah,
and
no clue.
tears came from both of us. And that was it.
God don't make mistakes.
I told you I don't like romance, fool. Did you? Oh, I understand. Any little thing? Like run bath water, give feet massage or something?
You can't tell y'all the 30.
Okay, hey, I PG-17.
There's a little bit.
We made it for a reason.
There's a little extra later.
Chinese secret.
Little extra.
I do. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest romantic person, but I enjoy to cater. So I cater to him. I make sure that him and the kid, my bonus child, is well fed. Make sure, I'm taking care of home, making sure that I give the hair rubs, be the biggest supporter ever. But am I gonna think about, let me take care of this and make sure he got some balloons and fireworks coming home? No, that ain't me. I'm just not that creative. One day, maybe I'll come up. Oh, I did do the balloons. I did one balloon. But
One balloon.
I'm just a caterer.
1 year.
So 1 year.
Right. Right. But I'm not the biggest romantic person, but
You learn in your life.
yeah.
You will.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think sometimes romance is simple, right? It's just a matter of being in tune with your person. And early on in our friend stage, she was going through a lot. Like she's like the anchor of her family. And a lot of times as women, y'all take on everything to the point where you practically deplete it.
Yeah.
So when you even think of, entertaining a man or something like that, by the time it's that time, you like, you're exhausted, you're tired, but you're pushing through. And those were the moments where I chose to shine by being a detox or a release. So in those moments, I would have her come over and the lights would be off, meditation music would be on. I would light the Palo Santo and pray over her and just
Nice.
speak affirmations into her and and massage and stuff like that, simple stuff like that, and she would literally like pass out, you know what I mean? And that was cool. Like I didn't want nothing other than her to take that deep breath and go,
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, man.
That's what's that. We talking about happy endings. I'm gonna move on from here.
Man, he's like, rub your back if you can lay down here.
Well, I was only gonna say,
Guilty.
before I met Carlin, I hated being surprised. I hated it, and it wasn't until we got together and became us that I was like, all right, I could do this. He's always doing the little things. Like he pays attention to these little bitty things. And right when I'm at my brink, he just shows up with this little thing that seems so little, but it's so big because he just he does it. Okay, yes, the
I'm gonna get to that.
but yes, it's the little things, right?
I agree.
The little things. No, I'm joking. I love my wife. So there's a lot of there's several, because she says I'm the romantic. So there have been different situations, and that's kind of like how our marriage and our relationship has been, because I know everybody here. Did everybody here do the love languages thing? You find out what your mate's love language is. So with what I do and the people that really know my schedule as far as gigging and being out and doing the things that I do, kids' love language is quality time. Now, for those that know my schedule, am I allowed to cuss? That is some hard shit with this woman, and you gigging like 4 or 5 times a week. So when she's saying that, I try to create spaces. It could be something as simple as we up late at night and we sitting in the studio, not recording, not chilling, but we listening to some old school music. I could give you a quick one. Like last night, I've been lately just like really wanting to hear live music. So we listen to all these old school artists that they're live recordings, not the studio recordings, they're live recordings. And we were just up kicking it last night. And when we were done, she woke up this morning. I gave her a flash drive with all the music we had listened to, from Al Green to Teddy Pendergrass to all of this stuff. But, you know, but let me get to the real, hold up.
And we slow dance. We slow dance.
Yeah, we slow dance every now and again. But so the romantic situations, I'm gonna give you the because it's 2-tier. They're all connected, so I gotta get through it. So earlier I talked about how LoveTies got married first and the Martins got married first, as far as the people in the room I'm directly connected to. So just imagine this. I've been dating her longer. They got married, and she still doesn't have a ring. And she's a beautiful black woman. So just imagine what my life was looking like. So I had a plan. And so I think I had told Jamil and Marlon. So Marlon knew, because Marlon, your proposal was closer to Thanksgiving, right? It was at the play. It was closer to Christmas, right? So her favorite holiday is Christmas, December 25th. So in my mind, I had made up, I'm going to do it Christmas. Everybody was against this shit, man. My mother, like, man, she's straining. She can't wait that long, this, that, and other. I'm like, trust me, it's going to be special. She always going to remember this. I made it worse, though. So on Christmas, I made it a whole hell of a lot worse. So on Christmas, when I proposed, I bought her some Family Guy gifts, right? Like literally like little figurines and stuff. And she thought that was all she had. When I tell you, she was pissed the fuck off. To the point where she'd even gone to my aunt like, this is it? I don't understand. I mean, he gave me Family Guy figurines. I gave her like, Quagmire and Brian. She was pissed. So she upstairs, and I'm like, all right, we're going to do it. So she came downstairs dressed to the nines. She all ready for Christmas, had her Christmas shit on. She pouting, looking at me crazy. I don't even want to know what she was thinking in her head. I never want to know, because I know it was all bad. She came and she sat down. We had all the children in the room. And I just sat down, proposed to her, kicked my little spiel. But what made it special was I had a box, and it was a tethered box. And so inside this box, it had pictures of every year we had been together leading up to the ring. So I say that to say it's always cool to go through something, because she gonna remember that for the rest of her life. We still have the box. It's at the new house now. So fast forward, and then I'm gonna move on. So we have grown. We moved into a new house. We built it from the ground up. We live down the street from LoveTies. That's our family. Oh, and incidentally, I wrote a song about the proposal on the album called "I Do," and it details it to the letter. Yeah, I got you. So I'm gonna be quick. They got me going. So, all right. So this year on Christmas, we weren't supposed to be buying each other gifts. She didn't know I did this. So this year I proposed to her for the second time, because she said I had to do it again before our 10-year. So I upgraded our rings unbeknownst to her. Wow. And it's funny, I haven't posted the proposal yet, but it's similar to the first one as far as my family reaction. But That's my spiel on the whole thing on the wrap up. I could go on about this forever.
So I do want to correct or point out one thing.
Okay.
One thing. Marlon and I were like the Martins and I in LoveTies. We were not married before y'all. Like we were not married when this was happening. We were all engaged.
Y'all were engaged.
We were all engaged.
That's right.
Because when we came back from our honeymoon.
Yours at First Friday.
Yeah, when we came back from our honeymoon.
She was looking at me like.
Yeah. we're literally 1 week apart as far as we're 1 week apart in marriage. So then we came back from our honeymoon. We went to like they had a full kick it. A flat out kick it. Like that was like, man.
This one was just in a rush. Like we dated for a year.
Oh, it was me. It was in a rush.
Yeah, well, we dated for a year, and then you proposed after a year. That second year we got married. That third year we got pregnant. That fourth year we started LoveTies. That fifth year we bought a house.
I was trying to harvest.
We had some. He was on it.
I'm gonna talk to corrections, and Jamil talked to corrections. See, here's what people don't know: these two were sneaky as the fuck because at the time, it's like this is my sister right here. So we had one of the hottest parties in the city once a month called the Jump Off. Jamil there every month kicking it. I'm like, well, damn, Jamil comes to every one. No, normally I'm used to like cats that come every other party, but Jamil in there kicking it, drinking. I'm thinking, oh, this is my brother. He do love me, and I love him too. But then I find out, so Dom to put the Mac hand down a little bit, but that's on them about the Mac hand shit. But Dom had already like put a stamp on that when Jamil was walking through the door at one of the parties. But I let them tell about that.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, when you look like this, how you supposed to not get Mac at? I'm just saying, man. Y'all see me, man. Y'all see me, man. Hold up.
I actually, because I was the person collecting the money at the door. So
she was collecting my number.
Get out of here.
Well, not
he
really.
rejected me. No, seriously. I was collecting money at the door. One day he walked in and he just looked extra nice to me. So I just said hi. And he was like, hi. And he goes, you don't know who I am. I said, yes, I do. He goes, what's my name? I said, Jamil. He was like, oh, you do know who I am. So then he left, went off into the party, and then eventually made his way back over there by me. And we just kind of started chit-chatting, listening to music. But he kept it real
check out. I talked to her for an hour and a half.
But I noticed that there was other females in there kind of lingering around that edge of the bar, kind of looking over there. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he don't want to, okay. I see what's going on here. So we had fun. We was chilling. And then at the end of the night, I said, well, you can have my number. I can give you my number. He was like, no. I was like, excuse me? Mind you.
Player.
Mind you, this was the first time I ever decided I was going to even try to date or anything. And he was like, if you want to talk to me, you know how to get a hold of me.
No, what I said was.
That's what you said.
What I said was.
Jamil.
What I said was, if you want to get in contact with me, you already know how. Obviously, you know who I am. You see me on Facebook. If you want to get in contact with me, because look. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Y'all need to understand this. Y'all need to understand this. This is big time game. Like on some real talk, this is big time game. So this is the thought. Y'all see her, right? She's gorgeous, right? How many dudes would turn her down? So the first thought for her is like, what make him so much different that I need to chase him? So her absolute thought is intrigued by the fact that she was rejected, even though I was so really into her. I'm like, yo, I sat there and talked to her for an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. We had a 2-hour conversation sitting there at the door. So when I rejected her, that did nothing but make her want me more.
Man.
It definitely worked.
Yo, my man gonna be on the couch tonight.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something.
He gonna be on the couch tonight, y'all.
I'm gonna say this. Because this is real talk. I'm gonna say this.
He's being transferred.
Love is a gamble. It's 100% a gamble. It is a gamble. So I was willing to gamble my future on that choice, because the thought process is I want somebody that's bold enough to take that leap. And what did she do? She was bold enough to take that leap, and now where we at?
Yeah.
So my whole thought process was to make sure that I don't want to put myself in a situation with somebody else that would be fly by night, that would be cool enough to be able to walk away from a situation, and that she actually wants it. Because if you want something, you go after it.
Thanks.
So, with that being said, I put her in the position to go after me. And that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. What it did was solidify the thought that how much I wanted to be with her. So this is where we are now.
So after all these years, I have finally found out, Marlon, they both put the Mac hand down.
Yeah. Big rings.
Finally, after all these years, both of y'all put the man hand down.
Yeah. Oh.
We know. We live that life. It's amazing that both of us is here at the same time. So
right.
We definitely understand that life.
Before we get too far gone, it's very important that we get to the point of actually allowing y'all to see this video, because it's the reason why we're here. It is the whole point of what this conversation is about. The conversation in itself is based on just the thought process of knowing what love looks like and really expressing that. And like I ask myself all the time, just like we were just talking about, how did you know that she was the one? And I just told y'all. Literally, like that moment right there, when she contacted me and said, this was the message, you have been contacted. Like that's all it said. You have been, like, she said, reverse that. She said, I'm gonna reverse that.
You have been contacted.
You have been contacted.
How long is the video?
The video is about
6 minutes.
6 minutes, yeah.
Okay, because we're gonna take this 1 minute so my husband can tell me how he's real romantic real quick. Because I need to hear this.
You gotta hear this.
Okay. Let me go ahead and get to it. I got a minute, so let's get in it. Bars. So
Bars.
All right, so our first date. Well, our first date was I asked her, what type of food she liked, because we had first started talking based on a Facebook post. I had met her at a charity event at the OPN, and we were, chopping and whatnot, and then I ain't talked to her again, you know what I mean? Because it was just, we met, whoop-de-whoop, and then she made a post about being in court and not having her license plate on her car. And I was like, well, dang, I wish I was around, because I would have put the license plate on. And she was like, well, the queen don't have nobody to do that for. I was like, oh, that's easy. So then, we started talking, and she was talking about our business risk work. And, I hooked up with my man, Zaki, who did her first initial website. And she was like, oh, thank you so much. I should cook you dinner. The thing is, I didn't peep the game at the time. Mac hand.
My food be smacking.
Backhand, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? But I flipped a little bit. I was like, yo, so I was like, I don't know about all that, but we could, do lunch. So we did lunch, and I asked him what type of food she like. It was pho, pho food, whatever. So we went to the pho spot and stuff, and she was talking. I'm sitting here just listening to her talk, and I'm just sitting here like, man, she is different from anybody I ever talked to. So we had the lunch, and then we had the first initial date, because that was just lunch. You know what I'm saying? So
Dutch on that, because I ain't know if I liked them like that.
no. So however, at the end of the day, I paid.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Let's set the record straight. So then so the time of the date came up. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting looking at my bank account like, man, I got like $100.
Wrap it up. Come on.
No, I'm gonna get it out. I'm gonna get this out, and then we're gonna get to the video. Can I talk?
Get that out.
Thank you, sir. All right, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, I got like $100 until like payday, and payday was Friday. This was Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I'm single dad with 2 kids. I'm like, damn, how am I gonna flip this? So I took her to an observatory, for a planetarium. You know what I mean, for like a space show. Because I'm in astronomy. So we went there and I showed her the universe. Then, we went after that, that was real cool. We rode on from Cleveland to Canton, and she liked the little mixtape I made, you know what I mean? It was just, different songs or whatever. I'm thinking, damn, she like that song? You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of women at that time didn't like, rap music or hip hop or whatever. And I had a whole bunch of just different classics or whatever. Most Def came on, and Most Def came on, and it was dope. I'm gonna get this out. So
is that the flow? Is it flowing now?
Yeah. So anyhow, we got there, did the planetarium. She was loving it. She was loving it. Then we got, after that went to Red Robin, and I'm having a good time. We talking, she talking to her friends, telling them, ooh, whatever. And I'm talking to my friends like, yeah. So we went to Red Robin. I'm thinking, damn, you know what I'm saying? Do I really want to, and again, remember, I only had $100 the last Friday. You know what I'm saying? Damn.
$100 keep coming out.
Yo, but check game.
Like Dave Chappelle, half baked.
And that's how I went. That's how I went. Word is born. So, I'm thinking, damn, do I really want to pay for this date? Like 100%. Is it romantic? It is romantic. Because you was having fun. Right, I only had $100. So I'm like, damn, don't want to pay for this. And I went ahead and I just said, screw it. And I paid for it. I paid the date, whoop-de-whoop. You know what I mean? And, the rest was like history. The rest was history, but that wasn't the most romantic date we ever had.
Junior, give me this mic.
Nah. The most romantic date we ever had was Mother's Day, 2018. All right. So Mother's Day. No, it wasn't. No. Mother's Day. So Mother's Day, hell yeah. So Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? I called my man True Soul. If you want to sing, True Soul. So, I called True Soul to come to the crib to sing to her, to serenade her. You know what I'm saying? And we surprised her. Whatever. She was like kind of mad, like, man, why y'all trying to give me?
She was kind of mad. She said, man, give me the mic.
As he is queuing up the video, I just want to say the most romantic thing that this dude has done. I was at a wedding and he kept texting me and I'm like, I'm at a wedding. And he kept calling me like, as soon as I get out, I'm gonna call you. And he's like, well, what you gonna do? I said, well, first I gotta go to the gas station, this, that, and then I'll meet up with you. And when I got to the gas station, he was there and was pumping my gas. That was romantic. See, it's the small things like that. Grand gesture things is great, but those small things, they're so meaningful. So thank you guys. And one little quick question I want to ask, because we want to keep this thing happy. Who's the biggest baby when they're sick? By a show of hands.
If you just keep it a buck, my dude, life will save you.